The GTA Online Los Santos Drug Wars DLC has brought a brand new business to the game, this being the Acid Lab. Today's video will be a complete guide to this new Acid Lab in GTA Online. We'll go through how to set it up and the best way to go about using this business, but just before we do get into all of that, please be sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content just like this. And I do also have another channel. This channel covers all the latest news regarding CD Projekt Red, including their Witcher and Cyberpunk series. A link to that channel can be found in the description below. So, let's get into it. First of all, let's go over how to set up this Acid Lab business, and the first thing you're going to want to do is go through these 6 new story missions. To start these story missions, you're going to want to wait until you've got a phone call from Dax, and from then on, you just want to go over to the yellow D on the map. So, by going over to that location, you'll be able to start the first of 6 missions, and these missions are actually pretty good fun, and they're completely free to play. So, even if you weren't interested in purchasing the Acid Lab, this is still really good content, and I suggest playing through these, and they don't take that long. It should only take 1 or 2 hours, to be honest. There's also no cooldown between missions. Once you've completed one mission, you can go straight into the next one. And these missions can be completed with 1 to 4 players, so you can complete these solo if you want to, and that's what I did, and that works fine. I didn't really struggle at all. In terms of tips for this mission, there isn't really much you need to know about, to be honest. Just follow what you've got to do, and you should be absolutely fine. Just make sure you've got some snacks and some armor. That's the one thing I would make sure you have, and just a decent weapon and a decent vehicle, and yeah, that's about it really. They aren't particularly challenging at all, and you do get a little bit of money from these, especially this week, so yeah, they're definitely some good content. So in the 6th mission, the 6th and final mission of the first dose, there will be a second dose at some point. We don't know when that will be, but that won't really be related to this Acid Lab, so you don't really need to worry about that. What you want to worry about is these first 6 missions, but in this 6th mission, you'll actually be transporting an MTL Brickade near the end of it. Now, this vehicle will be the home of your Acid Lab. At the end of this mission, you'll have to transport it back to the Freak Shop, and once you've done that, you'll have the option to purchase this Acid Lab business. Now, this can be purchased for $750,000. There isn't really a way to get this for any cheaper. You're just going to need to purchase that, and to be honest, $750,000 isn't that bad, and it's definitely worth it in my opinion. Now, the Freak Shop is going to be the home of your MTL Brickade, and we're going to go into that Freak Shop right now. So here we are at the Freak Shop, and this is it. This is the icon it will have on the map, as you can see on my mini map down there, and this is where you can actually replay the missions. You do get the option to replay these Dax missions, which is pretty cool, and if you did enjoy them and I did enjoy them, then you've got the option there to replay them. And now here we are at the Freak Shop. We're able to enter at any of these points here, so we can just go ahead and enter it over here. And you do get this property for completely free. There's no cost for this, which is really nice. You just get this throughout the missions. After the first mission, you will actually unlock this. At first, there's not really going to be much to it until you get the MTL Brickade, and this is where you'll be able to home your MTL Brickade. And we'll just go around this the Freak Shop, real quick, and as you can see over here, we've got a little weapon workshop that we can use if we want to, which is pretty useful, and you can upgrade, weapons to their Mark II variants as we get with other weapon workshops. And basically, over here is where we are able to sort of get into our MTL Brickade, and as you can see, that's the home of our MTL Brickade, and this is the guy that will be inside our MTL Brickade, and he's who helps us with the business. And obviously we've got the vehicle workshop here where we can customize the Acid Lab. You're able to, get some Acid Lab upgrades, such as Acid Lab equipment, but obviously you do need to complete a certain amount to get this, but this will basically improve the profit of the overall business, and that's all you need to really worry about here in terms of the upgrades. You won't really need any of this, since you won't be, unless you want to, you won't need to ride around in your MTL Brickade that much at all. But this is the only upgrade you really want to focus on, and this will basically increase the production speed and the sale value of the acid products, as it says there. And that's the only upgrade you'll really need to worry about. In terms of armor and everything like that, I wouldn't really bother with any of these upgrades, to be honest, as I don't think they're necessary. Obviously, like I said, any of this I don't think is highly necessary. Unless you like the vehicle, then by all means go for it. But the only acid lab upgrade you really want to focus on is this equipment upgrade. But anyways, and then of course there's the delivery bike, and to be honest, you won't really need to worry about this either. It does what it needs to do. It gets you from point A to point B decently quickly, so I would keep this as it is. But let's actually go inside of the Acid Lab, and now obviously this is in the back of the MTL Brickade, and this is where the Acid Lab will be at all times, and you can actually take this MTL Brickade outside of the Freak Shop if you want to, and I suggest doing that. Sometimes it will take you closer to some delivery locations and stuff like that. Now, as you can see, right now we have no product, and over here is where we can speed up the production of products. You can do this once per day, and basically, you'll be able to boost the acid production. It just says as it is there, that's what you'll be able to do. Now, over here is where we are able to start a supply mission. Of course, I haven't registered as an MC, so I'll do that now. I'll just go as the CEO, and as you can see, we're able to start a resupply mission, and that's where we'll get our supplies. That's the main way that you get your supplies there. And then once you have enough supplies, I would just wait until it's full for the most amount of profit, to be honest. There's no real reason to not wait. As long as you're waiting until the supplies bar is full, then you'll be good to go. And then once you go over here, you'll have enough product to sell. So yeah, I would just wait until you have the maximum amount possible and then go ahead and sell it. You might want a couple people with you to help you sell it to make it quicker, but generally the sell missions are the same. You just use your delivery bike and you go around to different locations on the map and sell some of the acid. But yeah, these are the two little areas here that's where you'll bet. This is the heart of the business, really. This whole place is sort of the headquarters of the business, if you like. Here you'll be able to speed up the production, and then over here in this left corner here is where you sort of get supplies, and then over here is where you go ahead and deliver it, and this is where you'll make your money. And then the bottom right, you got your indicator. But like I said, this is a pretty similar design, or an identical design really, to what we get with the MC businesses. But there you go, that is pretty much everything you need to worry about here. And obviously we can exit into the cab like so, and we'll be able to take this out of the freak shop. But that is pretty much the Acid Lab as a whole, really. That's everything you need to worry about, and that's all you'll ever see with this Acid Lab business. Obviously, you've got the delivery missions and everything like that. But in general, that's all you'll really need to worry about. And obviously, it just takes us right outside the freak shop, and we'll be able to take it up here and just continue on our day. And we'll be able to enter the Acid Lab. As you can see, just from the cam, we can go straight into the Acid Lab like so. And this is how you do it. This is the MTL Brickade. It's a decent vehicle. It's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of the Terabyte, but I believe it's not got as much armor or anything like that. But it's still a solid option. And yeah, this is a great vehicle, to be honest, and it's where you'll have your Acid Lab, and I think it's pretty cool that we've got a business in the back of a vehicle. It's something Rockstar haven't really done before, so it's cool to see that here. But yeah, anyways, that's a bit of a tour of the Freak Shop and the Acid Lab. Well, there you go. That was a complete tour of both the Freak Shop and the Acid Lab. Obviously, the Freak Shop is completely free and will be unlocked as part of the story missions. And then the Acid Lab can be purchased for 750k, and it does come with the MTL Brickade vehicle. Now, in terms of tips for this business, all you really need to do is get enough supplies and then wait until your products bar is completely full and then go ahead and sell it. The sell missions will all be the same. You'll be using that motorcycle and you'll be going around the map and delivering them to different locations. Obviously, with the more products, then you might want more people with you to help you sell it and get it done quickly, as there will be a timer, but generally speaking, the timer shouldn't bother you that much. One of the best bits of advice that I can give is to complete this in invite-only sessions. Invite-only sessions is where you're at no threat whatsoever of being griefed or anything like that, and there's no sort of competition from other players. You'll just be able to get this job done. Now, of course, if you like the sort of adrenaline and the sort of competition of other players being around you, then by all means do it in a public session. But if you want to be making the most money possible and being efficient, then do this in an invite-only session. You can do everything in an invite-only session these days, and the Acid Lab is no different, so I highly suggest doing all of the missions there. But generally speaking, you just want to make sure that you're resupplying it frequently, and then selling the products once it's all full, and then making sure that you're doing this all in an invite-only session. And like I said, if you can't find your MTL Brickade, it will just be in the Freak Shop. And I also did mention that you can also replay those Dax story missions if you did enjoy them a lot, and I personally, yeah, I thought they were very, very good. You can go ahead and replay those. You'll earn a little bit of money from there, nothing absolutely insane, but you'll be earning a little bit, and you'll be getting some RP, of course. And like I did mention before, the only upgrade you need to worry about is that one Acid Lab upgrade, which will improve the production speed and the amount of profit that you'll make. Basically, every other upgrade is pretty pointless, to be honest. There's no necessary, it's not necessary at all really, and there's just no need for it, unless of course you like the motorcycle and you like the MTL Brickade, then by all means customize them. But otherwise, the only upgrade you need to worry about is that one Acid Lab production upgrade. But there you go, that was a complete guide to the Acid Lab in GTA Online as part of this Santos Drug Wars update. That is literally everything you need to know in order to succeed with this new Acid Lab business. Of course, it's not the best money making method in the game, but it is still a solid option. If you enjoy it, then by all means go through it. To put it simply, you just need to play through those 6 story missions, and then with the Freak Shop, that will be the home of your MTL Brickade, which you can purchase for $750,000 at the end of those 6 story missions. And the MTL Brickade is the home of your Acid Lab business, and then all you need to purchase is that one upgrade for the Acid Lab, and then you'll be good to go, and you'll be making the most amount of profit possible, providing that you are waiting until the products bar is full and you're frequently resupplying the business. And that does just about wrap up things here. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content just like this. And just a reminder about my other channel, which can be found in the description below, where I cover everything CD Projekt Red, including the Witcher series and the Cyberpunk series. Let me know down in the comments if you like this new Acid Lab business. Personally, I think it's pretty cool, and especially the fact that it's inside a vehicle. We haven't really seen that before, and I think that's an awesome idea from Rockstar. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.